In our last lecture, we have completed with practice set 1.2. Today, we will start with practice set 1.3, which is on page number 4 of your mathematics textbook. So, the question is, write the following rational numbers in decimal form. And we are given 5 questions to solve. Moving ahead to solution. The first question says 9 divided by 37, that is 9 upon 37. So I am supposed to divide 37 and 9. So writing 37 and 9. As 9 is smaller than 37, so I have taken 37, zeros are 0. So adding a decimal and then it's 0. So this becomes 90. This is 37. 37 2s is 74. Subtracting 90 and 74, we get 16. Again, I have taken the decimal sign over here, so I can add as many zeros as I want. That means I can add 0 in each step whenever I require, because when I am shifting this term to the next, the value keeps on increasing. So 37 4s is 148. Subtracting 160 and 148, we get 12. Again, decimal is there, so adding 0 because 12 is not divisible by 37. So this becomes 120. Again, 37 3s is 111. Subtracting 120 and 111, we get 9. Again, adding 0. This becomes 90. 37 2s is 74. You all can see this 90 and the question. Both of them are same. So all the division factors will be the same that we did earlier. That is, again 2s is 74, subtracting 90 and 74, we get 16. Again this becomes 160. Again then 4s is 148. Again we get 12, 120, again 90. This will keep on repeating. So we will stop over here. So our solution will be 9 upon 37 is equal to 0.243243. This 243 will keep on repeating as many times as I will. So what I am writing is 0.243 bar. This bar indicate that this number will keep on repeating. That is, if 3 kept on repeating, I would have put a bar only on 3. But in this case, 243 keeps on repeating, as you all can see over here. If I do it again, that is 90. This is what the question was. So again, it will be 243. That means 243 will keep on repeating. So I am putting a bar on 243. So the answer is 0.243 bar. Moving ahead to second question, that is 18 upon 42. So again 42 and 18. 18 cannot be divided by 42, so adding a 0, that means 0 point. This would have been something like this, 42, 18. So zeros are 0, 0, again 18.0. So I am avoiding this step. I am directly doing 0 and decimal and then adding a 0. So again 42 4s is 168. 180 minus 168 is 12. Again, as decimal is there, adding a 0. So this becomes 120. 42 2s is 84. I am left with subtraction. The subtraction answer is 120 minus 84 is 36. Again, decimal is there, adding a 0, 360. 42 8s is 336. Subtracting 360 and 336, we get 24. Again, adding a decimal, this becomes 240. 42 5s is 210. Then subtracting, this becomes 30. 240 minus 210 is 30. Again, adding a 0 because this number is smaller than 42. Adding a 0, this becomes 300. 42 7s is 294. Again, on subtraction, I get 300 minus 294 is 6. Adding a 0, this becomes 60. 42 1s is 42. Again, 60 minus 42 is 18. Adding a 0, 180. Again, you all can see this 180 is the same as we got in our question. So again, all the division will be the same. That is 42 4s is 168. On subtraction, we get 12. Adding a 0. Again, 42 2 is 84, we get 36, this becomes 360, and again all of this step will keep on repeating. So I'll write the answer as 18 upon 42 is equal to 0.428571. 42, again next will be 857142. That means 428571. Up to here, this number will keep on repeating. That is, if I do the division as long as I can, this number 428571 will keep on repeating. So I am adding a bar on it. That is 0.428571 bar. Again, keep in mind that the number which is going to repeat, you have to put a bar on that whole number. That means here again 42, that means here 360. Again this is going to be the scene over here. So again the next will be 8 is 336, again subtraction 24, again so on. So adding a bar on 428571. This is the solution for second question. Moving ahead to third sum, that is 9 upon 14. 14, again 9. This number is smaller than this, so adding a 0, then a decimal point. So this becomes 0 point. So 9 becomes 90. 14 6 is 84. On subtracting 90 minus 84, we get 6. Since decimal is there, adding a 0, this becomes 60. 14 4s are 56. On subtracting 60 and 46, we get 4. Adding a 0, 40. 14 2s is 28. 14 3s is 42. That number is greater than 40. So taking 14 2s is 28. On subtracting 40 and 28, we get 12. Again adding a 0, this becomes 120. 14 8 is 112. On subtracting 120 and 112, we get 8. Again adding a 0, 80. This becomes 80. 14 5 is 70. On subtracting 80 minus 70, we get 10. Again adding a 0. Whenever this number or the remainder that you are getting is less than the number which is supposed to be divided, then you can add a 0 as many you want, because there is a decimal over here. As many doesn't mean that you can add 2, 3, 4 zeros. If you are adding 2, 3, 4 zeros, then you need to change on the quotient part also. So keep in mind, add only single 0 whenever there is a decimal point. So over here, this 0 is from this subtraction, that is 80 minus 70, we get 10, and adding a 0, this becomes 100. Again 14 7 is 98. On subtracting, we get 2, this becomes 20. 14 1s are 14. 20 minus 14 is 6, this becomes 60. 14 4s is 56. On subtracting, we get 4, this becomes 40. 14 2s is 28. I get 12 as remainder. You all can see this 60 and 60 over here. That means this process is going to repeat again. 60 56 40, 60 56 40, 28 120, 28 120. That means this whole thing is going to get repeated. So my quotient over here that I got is 0.6428574142. I won't be putting a bar on 6. I will be putting bar on numbers 428571, because 6 is not repeated. As you all can see, the number that is going to repeat is from 4, 2 and so on. So my final solution will be, therefore 9 upon 14 will be equal to 0.6 bar 428571. If the bar is from here, this I by mistakenly did with my pencil. So the bar is, you all can see, 0.642857. The bar will be from 4 up to 1. This is the final answer for question number 3. Moving to question number 4, that is minus 103 divided by 5. As of now, that is for the division part, we are neglecting the subtraction or the minus sign. So we are left with 103 upon 5. 5 divided by 103. 5 2s is 10. 10 minus 10 is 0. Carrying this over here. This is 3. Again, zeros are 0. As I have explained in this sum. This is the method. But all the cases were like this number is smaller in the first term only. So here in between we got a number smaller than the dividend. So adding a 0, then this becomes 0. 3 minus 0 is 3. Then adding a decimal, this becomes 30. 5 6 is 30 and we get a remainder 0. So the final answer is minus 103 upon 5 is equal to 20.6 is there. But we were given a negative sign over here. So our solution will be minus 103 upon 5 is equal to minus 20.6. Minus is very important as negative sign was given in our question. And there is no bar because we get a remainder as 0. The numbers are not repeating, but we get a final answer for this division. That's all for moving ahead with question number 5. That is minus 11 upon 13. Again in this case also a negative sign is given to us. So as of now, keeping negative sign aside. 13 divided by 11. Again this number was smaller, so I directly added a 0 point. So this becomes 110. 13 8 is 104. That is 104. On subtracting we get 6. Again since decimal is there, we get a 0. That means this becomes 60. 13 4 is 52. 13 5 is 65. That number is greater. So taking 52, that is 13 4 is 52. On subtracting we get 8 as remainder. Again decimal is there, adding a single 0, this becomes 80. 13 6 is 78. On subtracting 80 and 78 we get 2 as remainder. Again since decimal point is there, adding a single 0, this becomes 20. Now 13 1 is 13. The remainder is 20 minus 13 is 7. Again adding 0, this becomes 70. 13 5 is 65. On subtraction we get 5. Again adding up 0. 13 3 is 39. On subtracting we get 11. Again adding a 0, this become 1 0. This is what the question was. That means all the terms will keep on repeating. 13 8 is 104. And then again 60. Then 13 4s are 52. Then again 80. Again the number will keep on repeating. So what we got as question is 0.84615384. That means the next number will be 6153. Again 846153. That means 846153 will keep on repeating as long as the division will take place. So the answer will be minus 11 upon 13 is equal to, again minus, because minus sign was given in our question, 0.846153. The bar will be on all the numbers from 8 up to 3 because this whole number is going to keep on repeating as long as the division will take place. This is the last sum for practice at 1.3. Starting with practice at 1.4. Practice at 1.4 is based on drawing of number line. That is, a value is given to us and we are supposed to draw a number line. The first question is, the number root 2 is shown on a number line. Steps are given to show root 3 on the number line using root 2. Fill in the boxes and complete the activity. This is the sum that is given to you all in your textbook, page number 6. So the activity part is, the point Q on the number line shows the number. Which number does it shows? It shows the value of root 2. A line perpendicular to the number line is drawn through the point Q. Point R is at unit distance from Q on the line. This activity has been given to you all. The right angle triangle OBQ is denoted by point R is at a unit distance from Q on the line. Right angle triangle ORQ is obtained by drawing segment OR. Length of OQ given to us is root 2. Length of QR given to us is 1. As we all have seen in previous standard, what is Pythagoras theorem for a right angle triangle? So right angle triangle ORQ, in this case using Pythagoras theorem, length of OR square is equal to OQ square plus length of QR square. OQ given to us is root 2. You all can see over here. This is root 2. You all are supposed to write over here. This is 1. Write over here. Square of root 2 is 2. And over here it is square of 1 is 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. So the answer over here will be 3. Therefore length of OR will be 3. Now draw an arc with center O and radius OR. That is drawing an arc from O up to R and adding an arc. Mark the point of intersection of the line and the arc as point C. The point C shows the root 3 line. That means I will be showing the construction for the question number 2 and you all are supposed to draw the construction of first sum on your own. As of now I am doing this orally, but in the meanwhile I will be showing you all how to draw a number line. So this is the right angle triangle that has been formed, and assuming this to be the radius and adding an arc over here. This arc is nothing but the number line root 3. That is point root 3 on your number line. This is the first sum. That means you all are supposed to write the question, copy the question. Don't write this activity part. That means don't write this heading. Rest of the things from here, the point Q, you all are supposed to write everything. But don't write the part activity. Directly write the solution or the answer. Then copy all this up to here. Then draw this. How to draw this? I will be explaining. I am drawing the show the number root 3 on the number line. This is same as that root 5. This is same in each case. That means 3, 5, 7 everything is given to you all. So I am drawing the second sum. So the second sum is somehow like this. Again what I did is I drew a line using a scale this way at a distance of 1 centimeter. See over here, if 6 is my 0 or 5 is my 0, I have drawn multiple points at a distance of 1 centimeter from each one of them. So this is the basic. This I have done. That means 0, 1, -1, -2 and so on. We are not interested in the negative half or the left hand side of the number line. So from 0 to 1, this is 1 centimeter. I have written over here in bracket 1 centimeter. From point 1 at 2 centimeter distance, mark a point here 2 centimeter. See, this is 2 centimeter. Draw a perpendicular line. Now join O and A. That means you will get a point something like this, this adding up to 0. So this is your 0, this is A, adding this point as B and this point as C. I have written points over here in bracket. So my triangle will be triangle A, B and C, where B is your right angle triangle. So the length of AC can be found out by Pythagoras theorem. Therefore, in right angle triangle ABC, by Pythagoras theorem, length of AC square is equal to length of AB square plus length of BC square. Length of AB is nothing but 2. That is 2 square. Length of BC is nothing but 1. So square of 1. Square of 2 is 4. Square of 1 is 1. So 4 plus 1 is 5. So what I get is, this is square. Putting positive square root on both the sides, since length cannot be negative. If I am drawing any length, it cannot be negative, it has to be some value. So length of AC is root of 5. That means this length AC is root 5. Now using a rounder, place your rounder such that your O is the center of a circle, and assuming OA to be your radius. That means first half, that is your center or the tip of your rounder will be on point O and the tip of your pencil will be on point A. Somewhat like this. This is the tip of your rounder on point O. tip of your pencil on point A and just move your hand like this and draw an arc. When you draw an arc, this arc will cut somewhere on the number line, that is this number line. The arc will touch on the number line. The point where the arc is touching the number line, that is your point what is supposed to be drawn, that is point root 5 or point D. I have named this as point D, and the value for this arc or this point on the number line will be root 5. This is 1 and this is root of 5. So whenever you all are given anything, just draw a right angle triangle adding all the points, that is using scale or measuring this, and then draw up, join them points and assuming this to be your radius. That means keep your tip of the rounder over here, tip of the pencil over here, and draw an arc. The point where the arc will be on the number line, that is your number point that is to be found out, that is your point D. Along with this, and then the third sum, that is drawing of root 7, you all are supposed to do on your own. So along with this, the chapter 1 gets completed. In the next lecture we will start with the next chapter. You all be given the PDF of all the notes that I have taught, and copy each and every sum in your notebook, copy the question from the textbook and copy all the solution from the PDF and write it down in your notebook. That's all for today. Thank you.